Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm back with another baked good. I feel like I haven't done one in a while. I don't know, I'm not sure, but I haven't done one in a while, I feel like. So I'm back with a baked good, and these are mini cookies. So I did two types. I did just normal chocolate chip cookies and double chocolate chip cookies. They're so small and so adorable, and you can have them whenever you want. You can make them however you want. They're super quick, super easy to make, and let's show you guys how to make them. For these chocolate mini cookies, here we have 70 grams of melted butter, 140 grams of flour, salt, vanilla, quarter teaspoon baking powder, 35 grams brown sugar, 35 grams white sugar or castor sugar. Here we have 50 grams chocolate chips and an egg. And for the double chocolate chip cookies, we're going to have this same recipe, the same ingredients, same measurements, except for when it comes to flour, we're gonna have 120 grams of flour, and we're gonna add to it 20 grams of cocoa powder. And in case the flour absorbs liquid, we're going to add about a tablespoon of milk. For our first step, in a mixing bowl, we're going to put in the butter and the sugar, both of them, and we're going to basically melt the sugar in the butter and mix it really well. Once the sugar has pretty much melted into the butter, we're going to add in the egg, a pinch of salt, vanilla, I think about a cup, and we're going to mix all of these together. Once you've incorporated all of the ingredients together, now we're going to move on to the dry ingredients. So we're going to add the baking powder to the flour, and we're going to just start sifting it and adding it into our wet ingredients. Now we switch from a whisk to a spatula, and we're going to just mix the flour into the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. So this is the consistency that we're looking for. It's not too runny, but it's not dense, so that we can get soft, moist cookies. Now we're going to add in the chocolate chips, and we're just going to fold them into the mixture. So once we've mixed in the chocolate chips, now we've preheated our oven to 180 degrees Celsius, and we've lined our baking tray with parchment paper, greased it of course and everything. So now we're just going to use a tablespoon. You can use any that you want. This is the equivalent of 10 grams. And we're just going to, I made sure to grease it so that it doesn't stick. And now we're just going to put them in. We'll adjust them later, but this is just so we can get even shaped cookies. So we've done the first tray, and now we're just trying to adjust the cookies, make sure they're nice and round. And now we're just gonna add a couple chocolate chips on top. This is completely optional, since we've already have chocolate chips inside the cookies, but just for them to be extra chocolatey, why not? Now that we've added the chocolate chips on top, which once again are optional, you can do them, you can skip that, it doesn't matter, it's your preference. Now we're going to bake them in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 5 to 8 minutes at most. So we're just going to bake them right now for 5 to 8 minutes at most at 180 degrees Celsius. So they just got out of the oven. They're very soft to the touch right now, and they're very hot. They smell amazing, but now we're just going to wait for them to cool down a little bit before we can touch them. So these are for the double chocolate chip cookies. It's the same ingredients except for we've changed some steps. So this is 120 grams of flour, 70 grams melted butter, salt, 50 grams of chocolate chips, 35 grams brown sugar, 35 grams castor sugar, 20 grams cocoa powder, 1 egg, half a teaspoon, quarter teaspoon of baking powder, and this time around instead of vanilla we're using half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Butter and our sugars, and we're going to mix them in there until they melt. Once the sugar has dissolved into the butter, we're going to add in the egg as well as some salt. Just the wet ingredients. Now we're going to come to the dry ones, and to the flour we're adding in the cocoa powder, baking powder, and cinnamon. And we're just gonna give it a gentle mix. So now we're just going to sift in all of our dry ingredients slowly. And now using a spatula, we're just going to mix in the dry ingredients into the wet ones after we've sifted the dry ingredients. So we've mixed it in, and this is the right consistency. And unlike the previous batch, this one we had to add in a little bit of milk because it was a little too dry. So now we're just going to add in the chocolate chips, and we're going to fold them. So it's going to be the same process. Greased baking tray with parchment paper. Just take a spoon, grease it a little, just spray it with some oil, and we're just going to put it onto the tray. So we've done the same thing. We've tried to flatten them out a little. We've lined them with some chocolate chips on top, and we're going to bake them 180 degrees Celsius, 5 to 7 minutes at most. So this is what they look like. They smell amazing. I remember when baking them, the house smelled amazing. They look so nice. These are the chocolate chip. These are the double chocolate chip. So they look so nice and soft and moist and all of that. And I can't wait to try them. So not gonna lie, I ate them after they were baked while they were still nice and warm. So I'm gonna try both of them on camera. But yeah. So I remember these smelling better than the first ones. The first ones are amazing. So I loved both of them. I think I prefer the double chocolate chip because you get to taste more chocolate flavor. And also the hint of cinnamon. It's really good. Of course, you can make them bigger. Like, that depends on you. The size will depend on you, how much ever you want. So you can make them bigger, but I think I prefer the smaller ones. Not only do they look cute, but also for my brother to pack for school, for brunch, I guess. You can have these for coffee, like coffee, morning coffee with some of these cookies. Afternoon tea, afternoon snack, after school treat, anything really. Or just eat them because you want cookies. I love cookies, but these are so good. I don't think they're gonna last me the weekend because they're so good. So yeah, they're super quick to make. They smelled amazing. They're moist and soft and chewy. And yeah, I highly recommend making these because they're amazing. So this brings us to the end of today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and if you like this kind of content, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and follow me on social media to support me to make more content. I'm available on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Discord. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!